Hello from the Wishmasters Capes and Costumes. Talking today a little bit about how we create our serious Nazgul. We have several Nazgul options on our Etsy page at the Wishmasters Capes and Costumes. This is the one that comes closest to the original that you would see in the movie. It's a Witch King Nazgul. It can be used for a variety of different characters. We can alter it a little bit, so you can do a Grim Reaper, or you can keep it as is to be a Nazgul or Witch King. One of the things that sets our piece apart is our hood. We're able to create a huge hood on this piece, and it's separate from the actual cloak itself. So it's easier to wear, easier to take off if you're using it for some kind of event. So anyway, but one of the main things that we use is FOSSHAPE. FOSSHAPE is just a really neat material. When you put heat to it, you can make stuff like this, shoulder armor, okay? You can make small shoulder armor. And when I use it, I also use it to make like a rustic looking belt when I make fairy costumes for wood and for wood type pieces. But as you can see, this, when I make it, it has like a really coarse look to it. Well, that's okay. I want it that way because this is a woodsy character, so I like it to look a little bit like bark. You can purchase stuff that you can put on it to make it smooth. So far I haven't had to use that, so I can't speak to that. I can tell you it gives a really neat touch to any character that you might want to have a woodsy feel to. You can paint on it, you can bend it, you can do anything that you want with it. I also attach jewels and things to it. But the way FOSSHAPE works, and I get mine from a company called Wonderflex World. He's got some really neat types of materials that you can do all different kinds of things with. Wonderflex World, but he's been also great in helping me when I first started using the product on how to use it. So, and he makes suggestions to me and things of that nature. But one of the neat things about it, this is how we start our Nazgul hood. So this is actually this. When you put heat to it, it forms however you want it to form. So you can heat it, form it with your hands, you can put it on, like this is gonna be for a hood, so naturally I'm gonna put it on a hood. I want it to have more of a headpiece to it, so I tie it up a little bit. I put me some pins in here so that it kind of covers the face a little bit. And get yourself a good heat gun. Oh, when you do use this, it shrinks a bit, so that's part of what makes it get hard. And a little, you know, it's still flexible, but it still holds its shape enough to where when you take it off and on, you're still gonna have a form left to your hood. So get yourself a decent heat gun. When you do use your heat gun, do not get too close to the material because it will burn through it. It's not gonna burn, but it'll basically melt it. So you wanna stay a little bit back from it, and you can see, if I put it to this side, I can get it to curl out. I can put it to this side, I can get it to curl in, and I can like leave my crease there and just put some heat to it. And you see it's kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of shrinking up a little bit. Well, that's what it does to give me some form and stability to the piece. So I can fold it over here so it looks like a shoulder piece and just put a little heat to it and it'll stay in that form. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because it takes a little while to do it right. If you hold the thing too close to it, it's going to, well here, let's do a little piece and you can see. If you hold it too close to it, you see it starts to melt it and you get yourself a little hole. So you don't want to do that. You really want to take the time, go around your edges and just stay back a little bit, and pretty soon you'll have a piece that forms to whatever you want to make it. You're going to do inside and you're going to do outside, and you're going to do it a couple of times. Let it dry, let it cool, and then feel around. You can feel the difference. You can feel that there's some soft spots where you haven't put the heat to, and then you know you need to go back and hit that with your heat gun a little bit. And pretty soon, I don't know, let's see if I can do a little bit more on this side. I might be able to show you how it keeps its form. And I can make it go in the direction I want it to, wherever I put the heat. And I don't know, be careful, don't burn yourself on the end of this, and God knows don't stick it next to anything that can get burned, because it'll burn a hole right through it. So, because it gets really, really hot. But I might be able to have done it enough that you can kind of see how it keeps its form. Yeah, you can kind of see how it's starting to keep its form. So now what I'll do is I'll take fabric, and I've got several layers of fabric that I put on it. I can sew directly onto this, and this will get a little less firm as it gets used, but it'll never lose its form. It's just an awesome fabric, or material I should say, when you want to create something really unique, really personal, or you know, your everyday armor that you guys might use for Thor or whatever that you're trying to build. So anyway, again, it's called FOSSHAPE. I get mine from a company called Wonderflex World. He's real helpful on telling you how to use it, what best products that he has on hand for the project that you might want. So anyway, next time have a look at, or go to our Etsy page if you want to see our Serious Nazgul. That's what you would put in at the Wishmasters Capes and Costumes. Type in the Serious Nazgul on Google, and our piece will come up, and you can see how we put it all together after this. Thank you so much, and have a good day.